Okay, guys, it's a lot going on right now, so let's talk about it. Let's just have a minute with Mishy. Every day, it's like I have more and more issues with this multiple sclerosis than I want to have. The headaches are a bit much, but I am dealing with it and I'm coping with it. I have to take over the counter for now because I am waiting for them to approve my Ocrevus infusions. And they, my doctor, when I say they, I mean my doctor, my medical professionals, he hit me up today and told me that I need to go and do my blood work, which I've already done blood work, but I am having to do it again because I'm dealing with state insurance. So I'm having to do it again with going to get my state insurance approved to show that I need to have certain blood work for my type of multiple sclerosis to have it approved for me to be able to get my infusions because they feel like my multiple sclerosis, I guess, is one note, and that it is a certain type of multiple sclerosis, and that I am needing this type of infusion when I need that type of infusion. Now, that is so antiquated to think that I'm only going to need this type of infusion when there are different variations of multiple sclerosis. I have primary progressive multiple sclerosis. So that means, of course, that there are varying types of multiple sclerosis that I have. It's not just one type of multiple sclerosis. There are varying types of multiple sclerosis. But I guess the state only recognizes just, I guess, basic multiple. I don't know what they think. But I have primary progressive multiple sclerosis. When you think of multiple sclerosis, of course, one person will probably think that, it's just one form of it. If you're not educated and you don't have the knowledge that you would need to know about multiple sclerosis, but it's more than one form. And the one that I have means that it is something that will get progressively worse over time. It doesn't get better. It doesn't have where it has relapsing, where it'll come and go. It's either going to get progressively worse, and I have to have treatment that is going to maintain it. And it is not like it's a death sentence or anything like that. When I say progressively worse, it progresses slowly, but like the treatments slow it down. And I want to get the treatments. I don't want to just be sitting here not getting the treatments and doing nothing and, feeling my body changing and feeling things like what's happening now is my left side is getting really, really stiff, and I'm feeling the numbness and I'm feeling the stiffness and not being able to use certain parts of my body. Well, I can't use it. Let me not say not use it. Let me not curse myself that way. I can use my body, but it's like it's really stiff. And then I'll feel the numbness and then the headaches. Like, I don't want to have to experience that and deal with that. I want to be able to have fluid movements, and I want to be able to not have to deal with the numbness, and I don't want to have to experience this, and it's like the longer I wait to get treatment, the worse it is going to actually get, and I don't want to deal with that. So rightfully so, I don't want to have to deal with certain things, and like that's understandable. So it's like, for me to have to deal with going through these hoops and jumping through these hoops with these people it's understandable, and it's like putting me in a depressive state. It really is. It's like, ugh, why do I have to deal with this? Why do I have to deal with this? Like, ugh. But on another note, I had a really much needed conversation with somebody that I was dealing with. And I just broke it down and told them, I have multiple sclerosis, and that's why I kind of been MIA and ghosting, not ghosting you really, but like haven't been like gung-ho about linking up with you and meeting up with you and having any like encounters with you and things like that, because I've been dealing with my own stuff and I've been going inward, and I have been, in my own head and in my own space, and I haven't been the person that I usually am and haven't been in the moods that I'm usually in, and I don't want to like push that on anybody else, and I'm in a certain space and I don't feel like it, basically. So I'm not in that space. And they were understanding and they were nice and they were like, sympathetic, and they were apologetic about, things, and they were just like really understanding. But they've been through things themselves, and I'm like, this is putting you in a different space. It's putting me in a different space, and I'm glad you're understanding. And it looks like your situation has made you be more understanding, and I'm glad because like you were kind of being a little bit of a jerk, if I should say so myself, and I'm glad you're not being a jerk anymore, because I was kind of putting you in the category of I don't like you very much and I don't want to deal with you. And it's like, granted we were only like having like kind of a fling thing, I still feel like you could have been more of a gentleman about things and less of a douche about things. So like, I broke down like, this is why I've been kind of MIA. This is why I haven't been more of a present person. This is why I've been kind of distant. This is, why I've been kind of out of sorts. This is why I've been kind of out of, the picture. Because I'm going through a bunch of things with my health. Going through a bunch of things mentally, emotionally. I'm not there. Not wanting to be there. I got my own shit about me. Got my own shit going on. And I'm just not in that place right now. So I'm like all over the place with a lot of emotions, with a lot of things that I got going on, a lot of things I'm going through, y'all. And it's just like, I'm just not me right now, if that makes sense. I'm just not me. I'm not Mishy that I usually am. And for those of y'all who are getting to know me still and who have grown to love me and grow close to me and like my personality, the side of me that you see is not the side of me that I always am. I'm kind of become kind of this introvert and kind of this person that's gone inward and this person that's kind of been to themselves a lot. And I'm usually not. I'm usually more outgoing and outspoken and, person that's like a extrovert, but I'm kind of an introvert now because I'm going through so much. Like this new diagnosis of having multiple sclerosis has taken a lot out of me mentally and emotionally, and I just am in a different space right now, and I'm in a different headspace, so it's kind of a lot to deal with, and I'm just trying to grasp it all, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around all of it, and just trying to, I don't know, just like learn to deal with it and grasp it, and to learn how to cope with getting treatments and learn to cope with how I'm gonna get this treatment and go forward in life, and how I'm going to have this new life and this new normal for me, and just how I'm gonna deal with a lot of things I'm dealing with, and how I'm going to have a new income and earn a new income and be more vibrant like I used to be. So it's just a lot of stuff I'm dealing with, just a lot of stuff. And I'm just not used to not being in my own space physically, and not used to being in this space financially, and just a lot of stuff I'm not used to dealing with. I'm in a different space with some of my friendships and relationships, and just like trying to cope with a lot of stuff, and it's like a lot of stuff coming at me all at once. So I appreciate everybody who's been patient with me and been letting me breathe, I guess is the best thing I could say, and who has not turned their back on me, and who stayed down, and who's been there for me, and everyone who still managed to check on me, and who hasn't centered their lives around themselves and still included me and remembered me, is the best thing I can say, and who hasn't forgotten me and hasn't been self-centered and remembered that there are little people out there who still need you. It's the best thing I can say. So for those of y'all who remembered me, thank you. I appreciate that. And just thank you for being patient and being kind and being there for me when I'm going through the hardest time in my life. So I'll keep in touch with you guys and keep you guys posted on my life and everything that's going on in it.